Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, My Project Ideas. Today we're going to make a C++ project on the topic Tic Tac Toe game. So let's see the requirements. First, you require a text editor where you're going to write your code because you are going to create 3 files. One is HTML, CSS and one is JavaScript. Then you require an operating system. You may use any operating system, but it should support these files, right? So I have used your Windows 10. So now what we're going to do, let's go to the code. I know you're excited to see the game. Here we are. So first we have the index.html where we have this doctype HTML. That is the, when you start using HTML, you will see that this is a basic thing that we write. When you type doctype HTML, all these things comes on close. Then we have this HTML tag, then head tag, then the meta, we are going to have it as a content type. And the content we are going to get from the text of HTML, and the characters that we are going to use is UTF-8. Then the title will be Tic Tac Toe. Then we are going to refer to the style sheet, that is the text CSS again. So this link I have given here, this is pointing to this. I think you can see my cursor. This is pointing to the CSS. Then we have the class named container. The ID is Tic Tac Toe and the ID is player. That means we have two IDs here. One is Tic Tac Toe, one is player. I have told you what does this ID means. ID means what? That it is like your name, your identity. So we can differentiate between various classes, various divisions by using our ID. Then we have a span. Span also works like div. We have the ID called turn. Then the align will be player X. Which player is playing now. Then we are going to link to the JavaScript also. Here we are going to do that same thing. We have done that. Now let me go to the CSS. Let's see what CSS has. This is our CSS. Here, basically we have the box sizing, the border box. This is selected. Star means what? Every element, every aspect is selected. So the padding, margin, box sizing, everything is selected here. And we are going to set the box sizing as border box. Border box means what? You are going to put a border around the box. When you go and learn deep into CSS, you can get all those elements. Then container. Container is display. We are going to have a text background. This is the color what we are having. When you select on something else, the color will be changed. See, I selected on here. The color changed. See, changed, right? We change it. Yeah. Then align content. Align content means what? Where you are going to align the text. So I have done a center. Justify content center. Flex direction means in which direction we are going to have our content written. It's column. Then the width, height, and border radius we have put. The margin also have given. Then we have the table. Table is border collapse. Border collapse means what? When two cells are going to merge to each other, it is called border collapse. Then the margin is open. And TT means what? The table data. So the background color we have given, the border, the font size, color, and the border radius given. These are I've written it accordingly. You can change it accordingly. Like when you will be getting the code, when you will be writing your own code, depends on you what you're going to do. What changes do you need? In the body here we have this thing, the URL, the background URL what we got. You do not repeat. Repeat means what? Like sometimes now you will be seeing in some cases one image will be repeated, like box. That same image will be put. That is called repeat. But here what we are going to do, we are going to stretch that image. We are not going to repeat. Then the height, width, and the overflow. Then we'll be moving to the JS, that is the JavaScript. Here we are. Okay. So what we are going to do? NBSP is space. So we are going to set the variable name to be 3. Then we are going to put the empty space, that is and NBSP means one empty space. Boxes are initialized to the curly braces and turn is X. Then we are going to count the score and moves. So what we are going to do is we are going to initialize a tic-tac-toe board and we have to start the game. So first the init function, we are going to create the document object model is used here. So we are going to create the element table and we are going to set the attribute, the border to 1 and the cell spacing to be 0. When the identifier will be 1, what we are going to do is we are going to set the variable row to be document.create element, that is tr, that is table row. And we are going to append the child row. That means when you are going to select for the one box you got X. So again, the next time when you go to select that array will be appended to another X while you are playing the tic-tac-toe game. Then we are going to run a loop for I is equal to 0 to I is less than n size, and we are going to create the element table row. For the J thing, for the column thing also, we are going to do the same thing. We are going to create a new element TD, it is table data. Then we are going to set the attribute. For height, it is 120, width 120, alignment, we are going to set the vertical alignment. Again, we are going to just looking at the tic-tac-toe board, accordingly it is set. Again, the cell identifier event lister, when you click, it will be set. Again, set. Append child, we are going to append each child to be a cell. Then this is a function for to start the new game. So the X, you are putting X and zeros, right? So the X initialized to 0, 0, the O initialized to 0, and the moves are also counted. So for boxes, you have this is a for each loop. So for in box, whatever you are going to select inside, it is going to be appended to the square. Then how do you know if it's a win? If it's a win, because how will you win? If in a row, in a column, or in a diagonal, you get all the similar elements. That is that thing is mentioned here. And this is to check if the selector, the node list from selector has a particular text. That means when you are winning or when you are losing, an alert will be popped up in your screen representing that congratulations, you have lost the game. Congratulations, you have won the game. So this thing will update the turn. Like I have clicked X, like I have selected the box X, a single box to be X. So how will this get stored? Through this function it will get stored. Like we need to store we need to have it stored, right? Because how will we know that what the next person is going to select? So it depends on our move what the next person is going to select. So it will be reflected and it will be stored. I hope you are not clear right now. No issues. Let me show you the game. Then you will understand what I'm speaking. Here we have the game. See, our tic-tac-toe game. Cool. So I have selected here X. Another person, see, player X selected this. Player 0 selected this. Player X selected this. Player 0 selected this. And player X selected this. So winner is player 0. So I hope you understood this working of this project. For more interesting project ideas, stay tuned to our channel. Thank you and have a great day.